The driver market for the 2024 season is very active, with some unexpected transfers early in the year. For example, Lewis Hamilton moved to Ferrari. After that, a snowball effect began involving almost all teams in movements. Even names that were well linked to their current teams ended up getting involved in these negotiations. One of them is Max Verstappen, who has been quite comfortable at Red Bull with a contract signed until 2028. However, in recent weeks, he has been linked to a move to Mercedes, with proposals being made and meetings held between his team of agents and Mercedes members. Something that seemed impossible has become a possibility due to the problems Red Bull has been facing lately, both with the investigations of team principal Christian Horner for alleged harassment of a staff member and the power struggle that many point out has caused Red Bull to lose some focus on the track. This has disrupted the work of many people and consequently the team's performance during races. So much so that another name considered untouchable in the team asked to leave, Adrian Newey, the famous designer responsible for the team's current cars. Taking advantage of this situation, Mercedes tried to convince Verstappen to switch teams, guaranteeing mainly that by 2026 they will have the strongest engine on the grid according to the new regulations and will build a competitive car for him to compete for victories, even though the team currently does not show good results on the track and struggles to resolve its car problems. Now, exclusive information from the GPblog site states that negotiations between Verstappen and Mercedes have ended and the current champion will not leave Red Bull, at least not in 2025. The reason for this decision, according to the site, is that he does not want to miss the chance to compete for the titles in 2024 and 2025, as he believes Red Bull's car will remain the strongest for the next 2 years and Mercedes will not be able to offer him a high-level car next year. Even so, it is reported that the driver has not closed the door on Mercedes as everything is still open for 2026. If he has concrete proof that Red Bull will not have the best car on the grid and that Mercedes is doing well with its project, especially regarding engines, then Verstappen might return to talks and negotiate a team change. After all, Mercedes will have a vacancy in 2026 as Russell's contract ends after 2025, and it's still unknown who will take Hamilton's place next year. Mercedes is considering the option of hiring a driver just to fill the gap and leave opportunities open for 2026 with Esteban Ocon, who seems to be struggling at Alpine, being one of the candidates to fill this role. In other words, this story of Mercedes courting Verstappen is likely to continue, as Toto Wolff will have to convince the Dutch driver that they have a competitive car for him to win races in 2026. And only then will Verstappen leave Red Bull before his contract ends. But what do you think about all this? Do you think Verstappen made the right decision to stay at Red Bull, at least for next year? Or do you think he should leave the team for good?